Using images as planes is really useful in Blender. It allows you to create quite complex things just by using kind of an image. So for example here with this candle, I've just got some footage of a flame. I don't need to create fire simulations or anything like that. I can just take some really good real footage of a flame and it looks great. The problem you've got though, as soon as your camera or your viewpoint comes to the wrong angle, obviously the illusion is kind of ruined. So obviously the flame looks pretty rubbish there. So in this example here, I've got the camera. I want to do a nice 360 view of this particular candle with the camera following the path. Okay, so what I want is the plane here to follow the rotation of the camera. Okay, so we can do this with constraints. So let's add some constraints. So the first constraint that we want to add is the track to constraint, and we want to track it to the camera. Okay, so now it's being tracked to the camera, so you can kind of see that there. I want it in this case to track on the X, and it kind of goes flat like that. And if I was to play that, it'll move around with the camera. Okay, but obviously this is no good, it's kind of in the wrong position, so we need a second constraint as well. And this time we want a limit rotation constraint. Okay, we want to limit, in this case, the X and the Y, and therefore it will stand on the Z. Now, as the camera goes around, you can see it's always facing the camera. So let me just show you, so the camera is here. You can see now that the flame is always facing the camera. So if we go into camera view, okay, let's look at it in rendered view. As the camera now rotates around the candle flame always appears to be correct. So just a helpful little tip, helpful for this kind of thing where you just need to bring in a plane just to create the effect that you need. It's also a really useful way you're using planes for background objects such as trees and foliage in the background. If your camera's moving through the scene, you can have the object rotating to make sure that they're always facing the camera and not breaking the illusion.